It was one of the reasons they decided to leave the flying to the AI and only allow manual flight control in the highly unlikely event of an AI failure. It had been a compromise that Katrine had resisted, but eventually had given into for obvious reasons. Katrine had very little experience as a pilot, and most of that was in highly automated shuttles. The same was true for her XO, Burke. Flying the ship manually meant having an actual, well-trained pilot and probably a relief pilot as well. And they had given up 90% of their crew berthing space in order to allow greater room for the resources and equipment necessary to quickly erect distro hubs. "Time to exit threshold?" Katrine asked her AI. 11 minutes, 26 seconds. For future reference, it is not necessary to include seconds in your response. Shall I round according to convention? Just say approximately 11 minutes, she explained. Would just over or just under work as well? Yes, that would be fine. What if the situation requires exact numbers? I'll ask for precise time in that case. Understood. Katrine shook her head. Getting accustomed to an AI instead of a bridge crew would take time. She had already spent countless hours reviewing the permissions and authority parameters of her AI, as well as choosing an appropriate voice and attitude. In the end, she had chosen a gender non-specific voice and had selected an attitude leaning more toward the serious side. She had no interest in dealing with a more human-like AI, finding such AI personalities unnerving. Burke entered the bridge, coming to stand next to her, scanning the windows and the overhead view screens out of habit. "How did the load go?" Katrine asked. "Very disorganized and chaotic," he replied. "That should change once they've completed our custom docking bay," Katrine told him. "Let's hope. I've never seen so much rearranging during a load-in. We might want to consider adding a loadmaster to our crew roster. Hopefully that will all get straightened out." "I guess I'm just not used to this level of inefficiency," Burke admitted. "We used to run such a tight ship." "New ship, new mission, new problems," Katrine replied. "Only her name remains the same." "And her captain," Burke said, smiling. Katrine smiled back. "And her XO." 15 strikes in 9 different sectors, Jessica told them. "That's over a period of 87 days since the first strike on Paskid." "And we still don't know who's responsible for them?" Nathan asked. "Not a clue," Jessica admitted. "It's like everyone's afraid to talk for fear they'll be targeted next." "The only thing the targeted worlds have in common is that they were all host worlds for major pirate clans," Honori added. "Are all the sectors in the same region of space?" Cameron asked from her seat across the conference table from Jessica. "Some, but others are several sectors removed. A few of my sources say that some of the lesser clans have been hit as well," Honori stated. "They're just not calling for help from the Free Fleet." "Why not?" Aiden wondered. Either the strikes were precise enough that the locals didn't care, or the clans didn't think the Free Fleet would come to their rescue the same as everyone else. "Some of the attacks have been by ground forces," Hannah added. "I've had a few interviews with people on the worlds that did not report the attacks, and they said that someone landed a few dozen troops who stormed the local clan compound and wiped them out in only a few minutes." Hannah looked across the table at General Tillis. From their description, it sounded a lot like a Gadajak attack. "It was not a Gadajak," the general stated. "I wasn't suggesting it was," Hannah assured the general. "But whoever it was, they might have been mimicking their tactics." "Are you suggesting someone is pretending to be Gadajak?" Nathan asked Hannah. "I don't know," Hannah admitted. "I'm just sharing what I was told." "More likely they're just mimicking our tactics," Kit suggested. "It's unlikely that they're pretending to be Gadajak," Honori insisted. "No offense, General, but most people have long forgotten the Gadajak, so there's not much advantage in pretending to be you." "All the better for the Gadajak," General Tillis stated. "We're looking at a couple dozen pirate clans over maybe a dozen sectors. Not all of them contiguous, all taken up by the same entity," Nathan concluded. "Are we certain it is the same entity?" Tug questioned. "We've identified 3 different ships, none of them bearing similar markings."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.